welcome. Today we are reviewing the new Shiseido Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation. I'm very curious about this foundation. I have used the previous one, the self-refreshing foundation. I do love it, although it is a bit too dry on my skin, especially during winter time, but it does last beautifully a full long day. Now that I saw that there is a new foundation, I ordered it immediately. I love Shiseido foundations, also the previous ones. They really work on me, so I have high hopes with this one. Package is the same. There is same SPF 30. What they claim that this foundation is, it has light adjusting technology and responds to every light source, so not just one. Diffuse the fine lines and create luminous lifted effect on the skin. All day wear, weightless, radiant, medium to full coverage. That's what they claim. I now show you the application, first impression, and then check-ins and all the normal stuff after that. If I otherwise forget to mention, shade 130 Opal, which is the same I use from the previous foundation. I will put everything below. Also my skincare, what I've been using this morning, and usually it's in the description box, so you know what's kind of beneath this foundation. But that's about it. Let's get into the first application and first reaction, and then we see what happens. I have already washed and moisturized my face and added primers, the By Terry CC serum to cheeks, forehead, and then this YSL Blur Perfector. I use this often. I add it only to this side of face to see lately my nose has been pretty oily. Might be because of this cold winter weather, so it's kind of trying to do something. So I want to test with this how it works with primer, but this is without primer. The package is similar or almost the same. This is frosted glass, now the new one is clear glass, but otherwise same packaging, same logic. You twist the top and then you can pump from the middle. Still I find this little nozzle, or what it is, extremely annoying because it comes out and you cannot push it back, so I wish they would change it. But here we go. First steps, does the pump work? It does, excellent. The consistency is pretty thick, starts to run just a little bit. Again, similar vibes from the original one, but let's start with the application. Smashbox Blurring Foundation brush, and I always just dip a little bit to the brush and then continue to see. These Shiseido foundations tend to go a long way, so use small amounts and then add more if needed. First impression is that it looks really, really good. There is that slight makeupy look because it's not sheer foundation, but definitely not thick and kind of obvious. It's very skin-like. The shade might be a little too deep for me right now. This might be better for summertime. Very easy application. No streaks, no nothing. It blended beautifully, and it looks really I wouldn't say glowy, it looks moisturized. It may be also that I just came from shower, so my skincare is still kind of fresh, even though it has been maybe half an hour. But still, but first impression is really pretty. I I really love how it looks like. I used a pump to a face and I feel I was able to cover all the necessary areas which I want. I will take just a little bit more for nose. It's lacking a slight amount of coverage, so what I usually do in these situations, I take a concealer brush, the tiniest possible amount of product, and then stipple this on. I can see the difference with primed and unprimed nose, as that product is pore filling. It has done that, so there is less visible pores in this side and a little bit more visible pores on that side, but the foundation went on to both sides beautifully, so there's no difference in that. I'll put rest of my makeup on and then I'll report if I see something happening during this time. Rest of the makeup is obviously on. I really like this foundation. It looks really beautiful. It feels like nothing on the skin. It's not tacky, but it's not dry. There is no powdery feeling, which I'm not even looking for. Everything went on beautifully. I used Shiseido gel concealer and then cream blushes. I powdered nothing actually. So it is as it is. Very interesting to see how it behaves during the day. It's cold, it's very dry winter. So and this is, I have high hopes now. The original Shiseido foundation is a bit too dry on me, at least on winter time. It is long wearing though, so with proper priming I can wear it full long day. But hopefully this brings now what I'm looking for from the original, a little bit more skin-like, more natural looking, and definitely more moisturizing foundation. I will check in at least in the evening, possibly during the day if I remember, and we'll see then what has happened. Good evening. Foundation has been on for 10 hours, so I think it's time to check what the situation is. My mascara is a little bit messy. We've had snowstorm since morning, so obvious reasons. What I've noticed earlier today and now as well, there is a transfer in my forehead, nose area, chin, but not on my cheeks, not so much. There is this kind of really pleasant, moist feeling. There is a little bit, I don't want to say oiliness, because it's not kind of oily, it's just glowy. Especially my cheeks are always dry at this time of day, and they are not dry now. So it has to be this foundation. I really love how my skin feels and looks, and even though I usually get a lot of dryness over my mouth, there is texture and dryness. There is a little bit of separation, but just a tiny bit. Everything looks really good. I did this kind of to my nose just an hour ago, so it has lifted off from my nose, as you can see, and now it lifted off even more. So this is transferring definitely for dry skin, mature skin, dehydrated skin, possibly normal skin. My dry combo skin is doing really well. There isn't much different. There's just a little bit difference with the primed side to the non-primed side. So the primer helps a little bit if you are kind of easily oily. But the thing which astonishes me the most, besides my moisturized cheeks, is the fact how well it looks next to my chin. And even though I tend to lean a lot to my chin, usually foundation is totally rubbed off. This is rubbed mostly off, but in a way that it's not so obvious than always, and how well it looks next to my mouth area. So so far this is absolutely one of my favorites, this kind of glowy, dewy, moisturizing foundations I've ever tried. Usually the ones which are this type, they don't tend to last this well, and now I've had it on at least 10 hours, which is a long time, no powdering at all, in the beginning, not in the middle, and still we are going strong. If you don't want transferring, this is possibly not for you. For me, I don't mind. Having this not itchy and dry skin is something I can easily live with, having a little bit transferring, and I can just touch up during the day. So if you want to see more, please consider subscribing. It would make me really happy and help my channel as well. As you can see, I'm a small channel, and it is always amazing to see new people, new comments, questions, requests, and it makes my heart happy, so welcome. But now, that's it. I wish you have a great day. See you next time. Bye bye.